Fitness and Lifestyles YouTube channel. This is week 2 of my weight loss journey. Here in Melbourne, we're back in lockdown. This is day 3 of our apparent 5-day lockdown. Things are all up in the air. Kids are home. Homeschooling started again. So as you can tell, it's night time. I've had to change up the routine. Instead of training during the day when no one's home, I've had to wait until the night time, until everyone's gone to bed or settled in. So I'm out here in the gym tonight. I'm going to do my day 1 of my 3-day split. I've changed the routine up from last week. I've changed things around. I've added in some new exercises as well. During lockdown, it's going to be extremely hard to find, well, everyone's panic buying again, so it's going to be extremely hard to get food. There's restrictions on what food you can get and how much of it. So to follow a strict diet plan or a strict meal plan or meal guide for the next couple of weeks, at least until this lockdown period ends, depending on when it ends, whether it ends on Thursday like it's supposed to, or if it's going to continue the 2 weeks like it's suspected to. There's still a lot of speculation on that as well. This is another thing that we can cover again. This is an unforeseen thing that has come up and has put a spanner in the works, so to speak, and I've had to adjust things. So this could be classed as a barrier on training and doing other things with weight loss. So good way to put it is, okay, it's popped up. I can't train at the times that I normally would. I'm now adjusting to a nighttime training schedule for the next week at least. Filming times are going to be at night as well, unless I can sneak them in early in the morning if I get up early enough to beat the children before they get up. If they get up before me, it's just going to be too noisy, so I'll just have to wait until the night time. But in saying that, there was a barrier. I've worked around it. I've worked out a plan around it. Train at different times. Instead of training during the day, I'm training at night. That also means that I've eaten through the day. I should have more energy at night, and I should be able to lift a little bit more. Oh, what's the best way to put it? I should have more energy. I should have more carb there stored up to put out. So this could be a good thing or a bad thing in some cases. If it's too much starchy carb, it could result in storing more energy aside for later, which is then turning into fat. Or I could bring all that forward and burn it all off. I could burn off everything I've eaten through the day. So say sort of lunch and dinner and those sorts of things that are still sort of in the system, I could burn them off now doing the workout that I'm doing. So in that being said, you know, wherever there's a barrier, there's always a way around it, or something, you can always change something to suit whatever circumstance you're in at the time. So at the moment we're under a lockdown, so my circumstances have obviously changed. I'm training at night. I can't get the foods that I want, especially not in the quantities that I want, to be able to do a mass meal prep and have, say, chicken and broccoli, chicken and rice cooked in big proportions for a full week. So all I have to do is put it in the microwave, eat it when I'm ready. That being said, guys, stay tuned. There's still more to come. I'll post videos like I've done last week, probably 2-3 times a week, maybe one of just a workout. The vlogs like this with a workout involved, or we'll just see how the week goes. As this lockdown goes on, I could cover more about the lockdown as well. With the lockdown being the way it is now, things could change, it could extend. I'll cover more about the lockdown and what we can do over lockdowns to substitute the food that we can't get from supermarkets at the moment because everything's shut and limited to what we can get. I'll cover that more at another time, hopefully in the next day or two when I get a chance to sit down and actually talk about it properly. But for now, let's get into the workout. I'm going to switch this camera over to time lapse. I'm going to film what I'm doing today. So on the plan for today for the exercises are leg press, a lat pull down, chest press, step ups again, which I may change to something else. I may change that to something else, I'm not sure yet. A bent over cable row and a dumbbell incline press. So I'll turn this bench around so that I'm facing the camera and you can actually see the way I do an incline press with the dumbbells rather than just a bar. Alright guys, stay tuned, more to come this week. Okay, so I've finished the workout. As you can tell, I'm completely puffed. You will see in the time lapse that it was a little bit more exhausting than I thought. Being as though it's night time, I'm a little bit more tired than I'm used to. I ended up changing the step ups to static lunges, and in the time lapse you'll see I'm facing one way, the other way, and then I'm facing straight onto the camera, so sort of side onto the camera, not back to the camera, face to the camera, then sort of side on, face camera. All in all, going well so far. I'm motivated still, finding my motivation more and more to just get out here and keep going. Not really worried so much now about the lack of motivation. The motivation is still there. A good way for anyone to keep motivation is have a vision board. You might notice at the start of these videos, there's a photo of me where I first started, when I first walked into the gym, standing next to Constantino. And then the two progression shots of my peak when I first became a personal trainer, when I first finished school and got my certificates. I was at my peak, I was happy, I was quite broad and built. That's my vision board. I go through my progress shots, going right back to the very beginning and following through the different stages of where I got to, where I hit plateau, then I go back through and have a think about, okay, what changed here and when did it change and what did it change for where. That might not be the case for everyone, but just having a vision board of where you were once or where you began to where you are now. Say you're halfway through your journey to where you are there in your halfway point. At that halfway point, you look back and see how far you've come. There's motivation to keep going. Because if you can come this far and get to that point where you're looking great and lost a lot or toned a lot up from where you first began, it just motivates you to keep on going and keep moving. It takes about 4 to 8 weeks before you notice the changes in your body. It'll take 12 weeks it takes 4 weeks for you to notice the changes in your body, 8 weeks for your close friends and family to notice the changes, and 12 weeks for the rest of the world to notice the changes that have happened. That's motivation in itself. When you start seeing those first subtle signs of change in those first 4 weeks, and then at 8 weeks, 12 weeks, continuing right on into 16 weeks, 20 weeks, all the way up to the 56 weeks, when end of the year, 1 year, you look back over a year at how far you've come from one end of the year to the other, you'll be quite surprised at how far you can come if you put your mind to it and actually get out there and do it. The motivation's there, guys. It's simple little things. A vision board, a goal, a favourite celebrity you want to look like. For guys, it could be you want to look like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, Vin Diesel, when he's in shape and on the set of Fast and the Furious. John Cena. For me, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was in his prime at 220 pounds, which is, I think, around 100 kilos, 110 kilos. I want to look like that, but a little bit leaner, maybe even around the same, 220 pounds. If I can get there and maintain it at 220 pounds, I'll stay there at that. I might go down to about 200 pounds, about 90 kilos or 95 kilos. It's all up to the individual and what motivates you the most. For a lot of guys, it might be to have big arms, big biceps. Arnold had 23-inch biceps. Lou Ferrigno had 24-inch biceps. It's all up to the motivation of the person, to each one of you, whatever motivates you. Whatever your goal is, whatever it is, there's always something that will help motivate you to get there. Just a matter of working out what works for you. And as a personal trainer, it helps to be able to identify what it is that motivates my clients as well. So for anyone that needs any advice or anything, please just leave a comment. I'll do my best to answer every comment that comes through the best I can at the time. If not, guys, you can find me on Facebook at GT Fitness and Lifestyles as well. And send me a message there and I can get back to you there and we can have a proper chat and talk about things that I might be able to help you get the motivation or find the motivation that helps you, whether it be a vision board, a celebrity, anything. We can discuss it there. We can discuss it in the comments or on private message on Facebook. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'll catch you tomorrow and update you on how I'm feeling after the workout and maybe go a bit more over motivation and a bit more about how the lockdown's going as well. And yeah, then see you then. Don't forget to please like and subscribe for more content that's coming.